Let's go to this chamber. And look around.
That guy is staring at us.
He sure is.
I think we'd better talk to him before we touch any of his stuff.
I want to explore first.
Fine.
Fine.
Hello, sir?
Two strangers, emissaries from the world above.
Yeah, hi. I'm Detective Grimoire, and this is Sally.
State your business, and speak only the truth.
Well, we're here on the request of the captain.
Impossible. The captain is dead. Unless you received a missive from beyond the veil. I should have foreseen this, but now that I'm faced with it, it seems inevitable.
No, sorry, she meant the new captain. Captain Sifo.
Cynthia?
She's asked us to investigate the murder of Magnus Mortuga. We have to talk to all the suspects.
Speaking of, can I ask your name?
Zacharias Zephyr, the Dream Doctor.
A dream doctor? I don't think I've met one of those before.
That is correct. You have not. I alone hold the title.
Because you made it up?
That is correct.
Well, at least you admit it. Yourself.
So, Dr. Zephyr, what does a dream doctor do exactly?
He studies the parapsychological qualities of dreams.
Parapsychological?
That's like psychics and telepathy and stuff, isn't it? How does that relate to dreams?
Dreams are transmissions comprised of spirit energy from another dimension.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's common knowledge.
What kind of other dimension?
Spirit energy originates in the spirit realm, of course.
Like the afterlife?
That is but one of many names.
So, have you made any kind of discoveries or breakthroughs?
Nothing I can meaningfully explain to you in your current state.
What about all this stuff in here? What does it all do?
Specialist instruments, most of them too complex or too subtle for you to comprehend.
I don't know. It mostly looks like a bunch of old junk.
It is an unrivaled collection of rare artifacts.
All right. What's the rarest thing you've got?
My rarest items are not for the viewing public.
Okay, now I have to see what they are.
The pull of the unknown. I realized I should have lied and showed you something of middling rarity to throw you off the scent.
Lesson learned, huh?
I mean, we are also detectives, not the general viewing public.
How come there's a room like this in the submarine anyway?
When I arrived, it was but a simple infirmary. After I set up my equipment, we renamed it the Dream Chamber.
And how long have you been here?
I was the first person to be invited on board. I joined Magnus here shortly before the submarine's maiden voyage.
So, presumably, you know why Mortuga became a submarine captain?
Why?
Yeah, like, where was he going? What was he doing?
He simply told me he'd acquired a submarine and would be living in it for an undisclosed amount of time.
That's all he told you? Yet surely there was more to it.
I don't doubt it. He was a man of secrets, every bit as much as I.
So when you started off, it was just the two of you. But now it's, what, 8 people?
We were 9 souls, now 8. I'm not counting either of you.
Yeah, I figured.
Why did Mortuga want so many people on the submarine?
Only a few of them were invited on board by Magnus like I was. The others crossed paths with him merely by the winds of fortune.
The murder.
The last dream before waking. A single phase. Non-lucid. Focus is soft but heavy. All is dark. The endless void. A low voice speaking a forbidden language. Emerging from the beshroudal of the night black sea. A face. Larger than I had known a face could be. I wake. The room is bathed in green light.
A green light? Like from the wooden boy?
Not dissimilar, but 1,000 times more potent. I leave my chambers, heading for the airlock in which I have some business. I meet Cynthia in the parlor as she emerges from the control room. I notice she is clutching the ship's compass. She also appears visibly upset. Like me, Cynthia is on her way to the lowest deck. She departs and I follow behind. I wait as Cynthia converses with Madame Tadpole at the base of the second ladder. Madame Tadpole ascends the ladder. She is moving with haste and purpose. She requests that I go immediately to the storeroom at the end of the corridor.
Did you go?
As soon as I'd concluded my business.
Which was?
Nothing of great import, merely something I needed to collect from the airlock.
So you went to the airlock, And then you went to the storeroom?
I did, right after I stopped off at my chambers. You understand I first needed to return certain items to their designated storage locations, after which I truly did do as Madame Tadpole had requested. I did ultimately regret my dallying. As it transpired, she had wished to inform me of Magnus Mortuga's death, and there his body lay, in the shadow of his stone cauldron, his blood pooling beneath him. A potent unease was already germinating amongst the group. Doubts were beginning to be sown, and fingers were beginning to point. Magnus Mortuga was a man of great will and great strength. It is hard, still, to accept that he has left us.
Alright. Start asking about suspects. Tadpole.
It really is fortuitous that Madame Tadpole found her way to the Mortuga submarine. Not only is she unusually well suited to living within the confines of the ocean, but she was also unusually compatible with Magnus Mortuga. As far as I know, the two formed a sincere friendship.
Huh. I wonder if she knows any of his secrets.
She may just. I'm to believe Tadpole had taken it upon herself to discover the source of Mortuga's internal anguish. In her words, she wished to understand him so that she could help him. It was in the course of this endeavor that she begun scouring the ship for information. On one occasion, I entered the captain's cabin to speak with Magnus, but instead I discovered Tadpole quite alone, trawling through his bookshelf. I asked her what she was looking for. She said she didn't know.
Dirk.
I noticed Mr. Dansom was quite determined to hold conversation with Magnus.
What did Dirk want to talk to Mortuga about?
Nothing. It was the act of conversation itself he was after. First-hand experience of Mortuga's mannerisms, affectations, and vocabulary. When I inquired as to why Mr. Dansom held fascination for such things, he said simply, research.
Yourself.
So, Dr. Zephyr, I'm guessing you don't have an actual doctorate.
Correct. I walk not the path of formal academic recognition, not for lack of trying, you understand. 8 separate institutions turned me away, asserting that my ideas were, quote, incompatible with our modern world. They forget, of course, that the modern world is a fleeting and ever-changing thing. Indeed, all of history's greatest scientists battled with such short-sighted stubbornness.
So, you want to be one of history's greatest scientists, and fundamentally change how we view the world?
Is that so much to ask?
I mean, yeah, it might be.
So then how did you end up studying dreams?
It was the result of acquiring a particular specimen. It opened up new ways to study the subconscious mind.
A specimen? Like what? An animal?
Yeah, I'm picturing like a lizard floating in a jar of formaldehyde.
Something like that.
So, what are you working on now? Here in your dream chamber?
I'm studying subconscious spirit transmissions, analyzing their meaning, their intention.
Do you need to be in a submarine to do that?
Of course not. However, positioning myself here affords me other opportunities.
Like what?
The possibility of studying the most important specimen of all. If her transmission could be analyzed, interpreted, it would be an unparalleled discovery.
Her?
She is all that stirs in the minds of men that they shall never know. The being known only as the Mermaid.
A person?
I've told you all I know.
Then apparently you don't know much at all.
Correct.
I have a hunch, because, like, he had that thing that he got from the airlock. He was seen carrying back. And it was noted that there was, like, a tentacle thing coming from the head. He has this hat. Yeah, I have a hunch about his role as Worman.
I have a curious observation about Mr. Worman. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to perform an analysis, let alone propose a hypothesis.
That's okay. Just tell us anyway.
I observed that he did not seem at all saddened or sorrowed by the death of Magnus Mortuga.
You can't know that. Some people don't always show emotion on the surface.
Of course, quite true. However, Mr. Worman did display an emotion. Relief.
Relief?
Gazing upon the crime scene, much of the tension coiled up in Mr. Werman's body visibly dissipated, and thereafter he seemed energized, galvanized.
Mortuga.
How did you meet Mortuga?
It was on my first visit to Silkworm many years ago. I was merely passing through, so I stayed at the inn where Magnus was working at the time.
So Mortuga was just an innkeeper at this point?
Not even. The innkeeper was a woman named Felicia Stonetop. Magnus merely worked under her charge. The two of them split their time between running the inn and running a small sailing ship.
Sounds like quite a nice life.
He joined us about a week or so after we first left port. He caused problems almost immediately.
How come?
Godric made some kind of official request, but Magnus had denied it. Their disagreement was something to do with navigation. For my own sake, I stayed out of it.
Mariana.
It is hypothesized that Miss Moon was embroiled in some form of deal with Magnus Mortuga.
What kind of deal?
What would she give him? Money?
His heart beat not for money and things.
What did it beat for?
People. Kinship.
So, Mariana gave him a person?
Maybe information about a person, or how to find a person.
Symmetry.
I first learned about Symmetry from a newspaper article detailing her residency at the Fortuna Hall Theater. On the surface, it was merely a review of a magic show, but I felt something behind it, something of great interest. To me, it spoke of someone with a close connection to the ethereal plane. Taking an excursion from the submarine, I attended the performance. Afterward, I requested an audience with Miss Silkmoth herself. And speaking with her for a scant few minutes, I learned two things. First, and most importantly, my instincts had been correct. She was indeed fascinated with the great unanswered questions of metaphysicality. She held a yearning to understand that which could not ordinarily be understood. A woman after my own heart.
What was the other thing? You said you learned two things.
That she was thoroughly unhappy with her lot at Fortuna Hall. The theater owner was a heartless woman who, among other indiscretions, did not compensate Symmetry for her work. But she had no family, nor any other connections. She had nowhere else to go.
So you invited her to come live on the submarine?
To put it simply,
Did she bring all her props and stuff with her?
everything she could carry.
Why? Was she gonna keep working as an illusionist on the submarine?
No, Miss Silkmoth would be working with me here in the Dream Chamber.
I notice she's not here anymore.
Her tenure with me has come to an end. She has moved on to pastures anew.
Alright, let's go into the clues.
Godric grips hand-carved talisman.
You think everything's a talisman.
I thought it was just a part of the branding for his shop.
It may well be. Nonetheless, I conclude that it is imbued with energy, and its primary function is to be an anchor.
It's not heavy enough to be an anchor. I'm pretty sure it would float.
He means an emotional anchor.
Oh, right.
It would float. What an enchanting thought.
Uh-oh, you've given him an idea.
It may transpire that the true meaning of the cane is found in its unsinkability.
So it's a reminder not to sink, not to drown.
Like some kind of life preserver?
License.
An epitaph to human desperation, a totem of yearning for a time long past.
If you say so.
Device?
A shrink ray, I assume.
It actually does look like a shrink ray. All right, Grimoire, I'll be the guinea pig. Zap me.
Of course, it could be an enlightenment ray. Perhaps you ought to zap me instead.
No one's getting zapped.
Zap me.
It seems I'm not the only curiosity collector on board. This book, if it is indeed a book, has clearly got a story to tell.
Right, the message in the bottle?
It's an incantation sealed in a glass bottle. Traditionally, you might bury such a thing under the floorboards of your house to protect from black magic.
What about if you threw it into the ocean? Would that do anything?
Likely it would have no effect. The ocean is simply too large to be held to account in this way.
Pipe.
Mariana Moon's tobacco pipe.
Yes and no.
It's actually a dictaphone, like a little tape recorder.
Curious. Is Miss Moon some sort of covert operative?
Who knows? Maybe.
I think she's just nosy.
Or both?
The ship's compass. I witnessed Cynthia carrying this from the control room the night Magnus was murdered.
Yeah, I think it broke. She was taking it to get fixed.
Odd, it's never broken before. There must be a connection.
Ocean map.
If only it hadn't been torn in two, then I could be sure.
Of what?
The branch of red coral at the base of the map. I'm wondering if that's the treasure you'd find if you traveled to the X marked in the center.
Moon photo.
A photograph of a divine moon ritual. The man holds the orb aloft, and the being within is imbued with rays of mystic light, granting eternal moon wisdom.
Eternal moon wisdom, huh?
I have that. I skipped the ritual, though. I was just born with it.
Impressive.
Also, I can shoot moon lasers out of my eyes.
Now you're just being ridiculous. Somebody's been trying to piece together Silkworm's history by the looks of it.
We noticed Mortuga's on there, but his name's not connected to anyone else.
Did he ever talk about his family? Or where he came from?
He never spoke of his heritage, no.
Letter.
That's odd. This doesn't look like Magnus's handwriting at all.
It's not written by Mortuga. It's from a guy named Ibis.
I saw the diagrams pertaining to the location of the Mortuga submarine, and I assume Magnus must have written it, for who else would know such things?
That's here. Hey, brother.
The keys on this typewriter, they appear to be a set of arcane runes. Has Mr. Werman been dipping his toe in the black arts?
Action figure.
Why is it still encased in polypropylene?
Makes it more valuable to a collector. Surely you get it. You're a kind of collector, aren't you?
I collect only one-of-a-kind items, and only those with significant provenance.
Technically, this does have significant provenance, since it's owned by Dirk, and he's the actor who plays the character.
Oh, yeah.
Cell phone.
I have no interest in such a device. It is merely the debris of an exoteric society. It holds no energy.
Sure it does. It says right there. Battery, 23%.
Hey, what did they
I
say?
have no interest in it. It is merely the debris of an
Holds no
exoteric
energy.
Sure it does. It says right there.
Right, newspaper page.
This is where I first learned about Miss Silkmoth and her residence at the Fortuna Hall Theater.
This was after you'd started living in the submarine.
Correct.
So Mortuga had the newspaper on board with him.
Only this solitary page.
A key.
That belonged to Magnus Mortuga, but I suppose it should pass along to Cynthia.
Cynthia doesn't get all of Mortuga's stuff just because she took over as captain, surely.
Of course not. However, I imagine at some point Cynthia may wish to unlock the captain's cabin.
She'd need a glass eyeball to do that?
Naturally. While it holds the pretense of being an eyeball, in truth, it is a key.
Cauldron.
Before we left port on the submarine's maiden voyage, Magnus asked a favor of me. He wished for me to venture into the Stonetop Inn, collect this cauldron, and bring it on board.
Why couldn't he do it himself? He'd have been strong enough, surely.
I'm not sure exactly. I was already preparing to bring a large amount of heavy equipment on board. I suppose Magnus considered it logical to fold the cauldron into that set.
Was it shut and locked?
Shut, locked, and covered with the sailcloth. Magnus never told me what he kept inside it, if that's what you're asking.
Bio.
Dr. Zephyr, is this yours?
I don't immediately recognize it.
You sure? It really looks like something that'd belong to you.
Of course, I do concede that I have many similar bottles here in my dream chamber, so it's wholly possible that it originated in my collection.
Nice answer. Totally non-committal.
Sailcloth.
It's the cloth that Magnus used to cover the cauldron,
Why would he need to keep it covered?
either to keep it away from prying eyes, or perhaps he concealed it for his own benefit.
Poster.
As good as they were, it was not Miss Silkmoth's politricks that interested me. Rather, I was interested in the base mindset they were a symptom of. In particular, her ruminations upon the great unknowns of life and death. There are clues to it, right here. Look at the choice of words. Unfathomable. Inconceivable. And on the reverse, you need only look at the chosen subject matter for her newest work.
It's a Grim Reaper.
Fabulous.
Bottled sunlight. It appears somebody's looking to protect themselves from vampires.
There's no vampire on board, is there?
Of course not.
What about Mortuga?
I'll admit, it was a rumor for a time.
Painting.
I believe this to be a depiction of a being known as the Mermaid. However, I've nothing to compare it with, as it's the only depiction I know of.
It doesn't look much like a mermaid.
It doesn't look much like anything, really. Except for the fact it's got a face. At least, I think that's a face.
Stories alluding to such a being were the reason I traveled to Silkworm in the first place. However, I was disappointed to discover that nobody in town seemed to know what I was talking about. It seems to be a secret held by only a very select few.
Buoy.
How long has this been chained to the foredeck? Do you know?
Since the conception of the submarine, as far as I know. The conception of its current incarnation, I should say. The wider history of the vessel reaches back a good deal further, of course.
Peaceful?
It seems our collective fate hangs on the outcome of your investigation.
I guess.
This is a good thing. It is high time for a shifting of the tides.
What do you mean?
There are too many souls aboard this ship, many of them seeking things they shall not find.
Book?
A bit of light reading,
It's a book about a hex.
So I see. A charming pulp adventure by the looks of it.
Alright. Okay, now I can look around.
It's a weird glass bottle.
It is the Hex Bottle.
Yeah, I knew that.
Glass bottle with a strange object floating inside. It was found in a dream chamber. Subtle floral smells gently emanating from within the bottle.
What's on those wall charts?
Sacred geometry.
Is that a heavy metal band?
I mean, probably.
The cabinet's full of scrolls, but,
Can't think of an excuse not to read them.
they're too fragile, maybe?
Hell, just say they're blank. No one will know.
Right.
The cabinet's full
Can't
of their...
think hell, just say they're blank.
Up here.
I can't see anything important on these shelves.
Good, because I couldn't reach the stuff at the top if I wanted to.
Oh, back here.
Good.
Same thing.
Because
This?
It's a weird crystal orb,
It is the Fog Ball.
if you say so.
Strange glass ball fed to the dream chamber. Something is swirling around inside it. There's a key that's like taped right there.
what's on those wall charts?
Sacred geometry.
Is that a heavy...
I mean, probably.
Tired?
I worry if I slept in that thing, I'd get transformed into a monster or something.
Ooh.
I worry that sleeping at a 45-degree angle would be bad for my back.
You are old.
Oof.
It's a weird metal helmet.
It is the Dream Helmet.
Of course it is.
Right. Peculiar piece. A peculiar piece of equipment found in Doctor Zephyr's dream chamber. A large brass funnel is attached to the top of a pair of leather goggles. Curiously, the goggles are fully opaque. You can't see anything while you're wearing them. Okay. Back here?
A set of small glass bottles.
Poison?
Might just be perfume.
I'll meet you in the middle at poisoned perfume.
Yeah, perfume is poison, so I mean, okay. Look closer. Oh gosh. Dry the balls and caps and swap. And to the correct. Crimson hue upon the label. That. I'm out. That drips. Aerated. It's of these. Area with effervescence. Exhales a curious vapor. Wait. It's a curious vapor. It's also a vapor. Drips fall with a hurried cadence. Okay, so the sun goes over here. That's like the fastest drip, right? Gluttonous viscosity. Oh, okay. So this is the crimson. The hand goes here because gluttonous is not coming out. Conspicuous X upon the label. There's multiple X's though. Crimson hue upon label area with effervescence. Curious vapor. Both of those do. There. I mean, I guess that's just there, right? Area with effervescence.
There we go.
Okay, that's right. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Is anything going to happen?
Oh, hello.
The glass moved.
Let's take a closer look at that bookshelf.
Okay, let's look at the bookshelf. What's this?
This one's not really a book.
Looks more like a magazine.
Caretaker's Collective Quarterly Journal. There's nothing in the back. Open. Lillian's Locket. Golden Palm. Mermaid's Tongue. Silver Snake Skull. That locket. That's what, Sim has, isn't it? These things in inquiries. Lillian's Locket. Lillian Lucian was a witch of some infamy before her untimely end at the hands of a curse. Some say the locket protects from curses, others suggest it absorbs them, imbibing their power. Silver Snake Skull. The disembodied skull of the mysterious silkworm serpent notably has no eye sockets. These discretions, several highly quality fakes are in circulation. It's golden palm made from unknown material, 90% similar to gold. The hand is said to be able to touch ghosts. Mermaid's Tongue is said to facilitate communication with the she who lies beyond the veil. It requires a special key to operate. Both the key and the mermaid's tongue itself will be lost at sea. Name your price.
Divine Exolinguistics by Mary Morala.
It is Speaking, If You Are Listening, by Carl Cavendish.
The Seven Secrets of
Onirology?
The Seven Secrets of Onirology by Edward Edmonton.
Alright.
Prophecy from Parapsychology by Halcyon Hardwick. A Ghost Rises Before Me by Joseph Jenkins.
Are all these books by, like, same first, last?
Onirology?
The Seven Secrets of
Edward
Onirology.
Edmonton,
It is Speaking,
Carl Cavendish.
Divine Exolinguistics.
Yeah, they are.
A Ghost Rises Before Me by Joseph Jenkins.
The Magician of the Soul by Annabel August.
A Dusty Old Cloth.
Perfect. Here?
I'll just take a look in this cabinet.
Watch out for spiders.
Yeah, I don't think there are any spiders. We're on a submarine, remember?
I do seem to need constant reminding.
What's on those walls?
Sacred
Is that a
geo-
heavy metal?
I mean, probably.
Big glass bell jars with creepy things inside.
If I had a penny for every time we go somewhere and there's big glass bell jars with creepy things inside.
You did too?
I can't see anything important on these
Good.
shelves.
Because
Alright, well, I'm gonna ask him about these new clues.
Okay, I'll bite. What's a hex bottle?
It is a glass container with a hex inside.
A hex like a magic spell?
I've been forthcoming thus far. Unusually so for a man of my nature. However, certain things I shall be keeping to myself, especially if it has no bearing on your investigation.
What if we can prove it's got something to do with the murder, or the crime scene?
Ah, well then you'd have forced my hand, wouldn't you?
Fogball.
Where do you get this from?
It is on loan from Miss Silkmoth.
So it's for some kind of magic trick.
I thought it was a crystal ball, like a fortune teller would use.
Indeed, it is a divining orb, of a sort. However, I am not using it to see into the future, for such a pursuit is not but folly and nonsense.
Right, but I'm sure whatever you're using it for is totally rational and sensible.
Do not question the orb.
I'm always telling him that.
That's part of her old show, right? Where she would try and use it, and that key was to try and turn it on. Dream helmet.
How come the goggles are blacked out?
It is a weighted sleeping mask.
To induce REM sleep?
Correct.
What's REM sleep?
That's the kind of sleep where you dream.
Aha. So what's the big funnel on top?
It is an energy filter.
So it filters the dreams as they come out of your head?
The opposite.
It filters the dreams on their way into your head?
Correct.
Oh yeah, dreams are transmissions from another dimension. I forgot.
But what's the point of filtering them? What does it do?
To study the transmission, it is first necessary to change the format of the energy signature.
Oh, like when you change a WAV to an MP3.
This is a syntax with which I am not familiar.
Oh gosh, that's old. Anyway, caretaker journal.
What is this anyway?
It is what it says it is, a quarterly journal of listings and inquiries.
I noticed the prices are listed as ounces, and that's gold, I'm pretty sure.
These numbers are merely a way to ascribe a universal value. Most transactions take the form of a trade, exchanging items of equivalent worth.
Oh wait, so are these things that people have and they want to sell? Or is it stuff people want to buy?
Both.
What about that last one? The mermaid's tongue.
Likely the most contentious item ever to be listed in the journal. Desperately coveted by those who believe, and disdained by those who don't.
Those who believe what?
That such a thing could even exist.
Alright, well, I think that's all we're getting out of there for now.
This is the weirdest second
And
and
the
the first.